What can I do for you?
I'm interested in this.
Well, welcome to Jota Zeta and the Veilguard Part 2. Why do I say this is Part 2? Well, two reasons, primarily. First is that I recorded about an hour's worth of footage, and as you can see, I'm in Minrathis. In case you're not sure, everything is ruined. But I started playing exactly where we left off previously. And I was running into performance issues, like I'm sure that you saw from a couple of those previous episodes. And I lost an hour of it. But I did some major adjustments to my computer. I did some more in-depth settings and even entered the BIOS. And I think we're playing a little bit more stable of a build. Didn't even crash once when opening, which is kind of a big deal with this game and everything I've had to go through to try to get this working for us. But that said, I have been playing the Veilguard. So I'm kind of... I did it. I looked at it. I saw it. I can't go back and do it again. I thought about it. I got a couple of autosaves I could probably run to. I physically cannot do it. The thought of doing so hurts me so much. So let me give you some key details, because not a ton happened. The first thing that happened is with the important things. Lace Harding over here in the lighthouse was hanging out with Emmerich, and she's like, Emmerich, when I kiss my boyfriend, I poison him, and I give him a lyrium drug dose, which turns him drunk. Which is always a fun thing to turn a serious lyrium addiction from the last game into kind of like a fun punch drunk love drug. But hey, that's okay. It's a lighter mood. That's fine. It's also, it's also kind of it's just a thing that happens, I guess. They found out that it was tied to her emotions. So the more happy emotions that she feels for someone, aka love, she'll turn into lyrium and she'll start draining them. It's because it's the blood of the Titans. Now, I, of course, made the brilliant comment of, that doesn't make any sense, because that means if your blood is pumping and flowing when all those things are happening, wouldn't that also happen in combat? And it does not happen in combat. So, a little inconsistency there. Second, we took a walk with Emmerich in the necropolis, and as we did so, we learned that he wanted to become a lich. And it was kind of played off as oh, that's your dream. You should live your dream, fam. Be your best self. Even though the idea of it sounded kind of creepy. But it was done pretty artfully. It was done another walk in the garden. You got to see where, not necessarily where he buried his parents, but where he made a memorial to his parents. He hasn't been able to become a full lich because he's worried there is a chance that he would die. As we know about Emmerich, he's afraid of dying. That's why he became a necromancer in the first place. And becoming a lich would make him immortal and an immortal guardian of the necropolis. So he'd be able to be a stalwart defender of all evil threats to the dead. Basically, a paragon of what he already is trying to be. But he's nervous about it. And we also find out that the old friend of his happens to be a half-lich. That lady is half-lich, and she half-ascended, essentially. Anyone who's seen Stargate will understand what that means. If you haven't seen Stargate, you should. It's a great show. And I will absolutely wait for you to pause and turn that off and then watch 10 seasons of a pretty good show. You don't even have to watch the movie. Even though it has two really, really good actors in Kurt Russell and the guy from The Blacklist. He has a name. I just know him as the guy that says Elizabeth Keene. But he has a name. He's a very famous actor. So that was what he was doing over here. We also went over here to Hossberg. We talked to Davrin, and he got a hint about who the Night Howler was. We found out her name, and we found out that the original Wardens in the Blight that the Griffins were wiped out. The Blight wasn't going well, and so the order came to blight the griffins from the first warden of that era, and then that helped them win, but then they started turning feral, and then they killed all the griffins. So the Grey Wardens secretly were the reason that the griffins were killed. And now we know her name. She was someone who felt the calling soon afterward, and it sounds like she's going to go and she's going to continue the mission of the last warden to corrupt the last of the griffins, even though she was the one that hid the griffin eggs that hatched Hassan and everything like that. So that she is both, and now she's going to corrupt the rest of them. Still don't know where she is, but that's the end of that. There wasn't really anything that was super interestingly said. Also, there was a bunch of Darkspawn that started attacking the Hosberg Citadel place. And as it happens, we stopped them. But as that happened, at Antoine, there's the two wardens there, Antoine and Evra, and he started hearing the blights like sing to him, and that it was pleased. So there's some other dark threat that's going to be brewing here in Hosberg sometime soon. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We fought an evil spirit in the crossroads. We did a little bit of shopping. Now we're in Minrathous. I should absolutely have Nev here to help us to talk with all those things. We are going to be doing her conversation chasing leads down here. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't necessarily think I'm going to... You're right. I am going to swap. I will swap to her. That's probably the right thing to do. But we're going to grab these 3 quests along the way to see if we can get some Shadow Dragon rep up. Oh. That's where we left off. You honestly didn't miss all that much. We got to hang out with Emmerich, and that's probably the best thing that's happened. Because Emmerich is pretty awesome. And he's more complex. The other big revelation that came to me... Ooh, a note to the Viper. Asher, it sounds like Maverius will grace Minrathous. We're on the cusp of something. Tell me to call on our allies. There are many in the Magisterium who supported the Carnine, our short-lived political experiment. I will return when I can. It's impossible to persuade a captain to sail when he believes it unwise. It's far too hot up here, and the humidity is a nightmare. So I guess Dorian's still alive. And I'm sure that would make a little bit more sense if the Viper wasn't slowly dying of the blight and is nowhere to be seen in Minrathous. But that's okay. Overall, it was what you would expect. There weren't really all that many out. There weren't really any of those moments where you're like, "Ooh, that's really good." It was all pretty much stock standard stuff. Yeah. There was a bit of it where I did have a little bit of an epiphany about this game. And it came from an article where it talked a lot about, well, I hope that we get an expose about why the Veilguard is the way that it is. Ooh, here we go. The Venatori continue to set up their rituals. Those strong enough to do so must resist, to show our people that this cult will never break our spirit. A friend of Minrathous. I think someone would...
A message asking for help dealing with Venatori. Let's get to it.
Probably a quest that was given by the quest giver, but since they are a shadow dragon and they want to show the devastation of the city, we're gonna have to ruin that down. Oop, Venatori.
Break those crystals. We need to get through that barrier.
And okay. It's kind of weird to put your ritual right in the middle of the street. I probably wouldn't do that. Oh, there's another one. Really? Wait. Oh, okay. I know for me and my magical cult, we like to put our rituals right in the middle of the busy streets of Minrathous. Not specifically Minrathous, but, you know, downtown Chicago. That's just where the best ritual sites are, really. Caught someone poking around one of the focus points. Someone needs to learn the consequences of meddling. The ritual commences as soon as you arrive. Now all suitable components have been gathered.
Let's hurry. I don't like the tone of that note.
Written word being notoriously hard to get a tone of. Right, the cobblestone is famous, but you don't find the best drinks in the city there. Instead, seek a bar with no name and barely more than a counter and some tables. Enjoy a beverage and pick up the trail.
Huh. Some kind of fabulous treasure buried in the city.
It really...
Oh, that. A local myth. Turns up every few years. Details differ, but the essence remains the same. Though the sell's a little harder than usual.
That just sounded like a bar to me.
Ship got in yesterday. You're in a mood. Why the frown?
Best cereal in Minrathous. Don't fall behind.
Have I not found the civilian? I guess not. Out of tune. Musicians, singers, acrobats, and buskers of all variety are notably absent around Docktown. Individuals close to local entertainers claim they vanished from their lives entirely, while patrons of the Cobbled Swan in particular said missing their musicians.
Buskers disappearing from Docktown. Why? Something to look into.
There's not really an underneath. It's all right. We'll save the person from the ritual site right over here.
Predatory. Stop them.
Oh, hello. You are a demon, man. Oh, you fell. Yeah. I can't see the fight.
Continue the punishment.
All right, that's you. All right, let's take out the shield guy. Easy.
Someone over there. Looks like she needs help.
Hello. Oh, don't look too worried. I got you. That's one. The other one is gonna be over here. Not through there, because that would be convenient. Up here, though, yeah? Then we'll throw here. Perfect, perfect. And now to save the citizen.
Let's finish the job.
Wait, we saved him. What's there more to do?
Are you all right?
That was a
I'll be
good
fine,
premise.
I think. But the Viper isn't. The Venatori have him. They're going to kill him. Publicly. Said it would break the Shadow Dragons. And Dogtown.
Where?
The Temple of Andraste. They said it would suit him. Please hurry.
Oh no. Wait. The quest isn't over, right? Yeah. Well, we gotta go save him. How do we get there? We will find a way. We'll just wander the streets until we find a way through. Juicy, juicy healing, though. And that is still inaccessible.
You're watching me.
I watch everyone.
You're worried about what I heard through the stone, aren't you?
It's not the right way.
Yes.
Me too.
Through here, avoid the eye. Well, not avoid the eye. I guess the eye is just a symbol. A fancy magic shop in a decrepit raining town. Is that a... Yeah, it's a pet. You're fine. No, it stopped raining on this side for whatever reason. Oh, this is an elevator. Oh, I didn't want to go. Is this even taking me anywhere where I want to go? Yes. Supposedly. That is not the way. I'm pretty sure this is not the way either. Okay, bunch of Venatori. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, I think I remember this bridge being a place to go to the Chantry. It is... Oh, this is the way that's blocked. We have to go to the side entrance. Okay. Well, I guess we can go through the back. If there's no... There's a few ways around. Let's see if we can make it through this way. We can't go from there. Mayhaps, though, we go from this direction in through the storeroom through a locked gate. Okay, that's probably not the way then. I guess we can go through the same entrance that we did before for the actual quest that led us to the Black Chantry. What a jump there, bud. I just wanted that 13 gold.
Gilline's archdemon was... I just didn't expect that many heads.
No kidding. The statues back home don't look like whatever that was.
We are back home. This is your home. I don't know how to tell you this, but this is where you live.
Noodles, roasted cabbage, scrambled eggs. Anything is better with gravy.
That's not gonna get us anywhere. This should get us somewhere. Oh, careful, careful. There's a ladder this way. Yeah. Now we're sneaking in, and we're using a different entrance than the first time. Yeah, we've already read that. Okay. Oh, good. The bodies are still here. There's... We've had this fat... Oh, I guess I had to relock it again.
As you found their names, I felt them whisper through the fade. My own name changed. I am now Eulogy. I will remember them. A light glowing in memory.
That means a lot.
I'm glad it means a lot. That was the expressiveness of it. And we are getting in the same way. Okay.
Now, repairs from that dragon. I got hired to help, at least.
Did you hear? There was one in Antiva too.
Did you hear that I killed both of them in one go? Well, really, it was 3 goes because I had to restart the game 2 times. But I did. Through here. Do 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 do. Okay, should be some enemies right here. Oh,
Get ready.
he's right there.
There he is. Let's go.
Okay, get in front. There we go. That should be a good hit.
I'm there.
Could you just hit the target that I set up for you next time, Harding? Ah.
Position.
You know, it doesn't matter how many of them you are. Really, this is just taking my time. That's the worst annoyance of the whole thing.
Let's get Viper out of there before more Venatori show up.
You got it.
Was that it? No, there's one more. Wasn't even that hidden.
Holding off death for yet another day, it seems.
At least, you're not going down that easy.
I told the shadows to lay low.
That's the problem with rebels. They never listen.
I'm in your debt, Nav. You too, Rook.
How did you get caught? I was in a sick bed. I would like to choose one of these options, though, game. Are you gonna let me do it?
How did you end up in Venatori hands?
The Shadow Dragon scattered when the Venatori gained power, but I couldn't give up. With blight in my blood, I've got nothing to lose. Better to go down fighting. I thought putting down one of their commanders would help the city, but the Venatori expected me.
Well, this is the first time we've talked to the Viper since Minrathous was destroyed. I think we can go ahead and go with this.
I wish I could have saved everyone. So many were lost.
The Venatori taunted me with that.
So, what now? What happens to the Shadow Dragons?
I'll get word out. We'll find each other. We once started from nothing but a dream. We can do so again.
This also feels like something that should have happened right after Minrathous was wrecked, too. This would have fit a lot better right after if he was captured in all the chaos. Or if Nev came back and said he's captured.
You should rest. Haven't you done enough? The Blight?
The Blight will take me down no matter what. I'd rather take action before it does. I have to believe Minrathous can survive this and emerge stronger, better, even if I'm not here to see it.
Ah, poor guy. Nice.
Farewell for now.